your website for mobile. Now, this applies whether it is a website page, whether it's a funnel page, basically any of the page builders inside the Tekmatix platform. You need to make sure when you've created a page on your website that you have then checked that it is suitable and responsive to mobile. Now, on the top of your page over here, you can actually view what your website or your funnel page looks like in desktop mode and in mobile mode. And what you will find is when you build something in the desktop view, if you haven't turned on the view in mobile, it won't show in the mobile view. And vice versa. When you have the mobile view, you may have elements or sections showing on the mobile view that aren't on the desktop view. It's really important that you learn that you must check both the mobile view and the desktop view, and that you have every single section turned on or off for mobile as you desire. So let me give you an example. Right here at the top of this web page, we have our partners page. But look what happens when I go to mobile mode, because I actually cloned another page to make this one. So when I go into mobile, it actually says done for you services. And then I have the partners section. So what's happened here is this bit, this section is turned on for mobile, but it's turned off for desktop. How do I know? So first of all, you will see that we have our big green sections. Normally you need to be clicked on the green section, not necessarily on a element like an orange element. So make sure you're in a big green section, and it's going to apply to that whole square. You see now that whole green square, that whole section is now selected. Now over on the editing side of that green section, when we click advanced, we can see that this element, this section, is turned on for mobile. Let me make this bigger for you. It's turned on for mobile, but it's not on desktop. And that's why when I view the desktop, we can see only the partners section. But when I go onto mobile, I've got the services and the partners header section. So what I'm going to do is click inside my green section in the mobile view, go to advanced, and I'm simply going to turn off the mobile view so that only the partners section that I've got on desktop is showing when I click on mobile. There we go. How good is that? Now, other things that you can do here in terms of editing is editing the spacing. So as you can see, when I'm in desktop view, the spacing kind of looks okay there. It's not too big, but there is a lot of space here. And we've got to remember that the top of the fold, this section at the top, is prime real estate. So we don't want too much spacing in or above the fold. Now on desktop, this is fine. I don't actually want to chop that lady's head off. So in mobile view, however, when we are sort of shortening and cropping an image, that spacing there, that is a huge amount of real estate to be wasting. If I click on each of my sections, we can in this general section view where the spacing is coming from. So we can see here there's actually a 60px spacing happening here. I might change that down to 10, and now it just scoops up that spacing a little bit. Please always go and check that it hasn't affected the desktop view when you do that. So it has only impacted the mobile view that I was selected on in this instance. Okay, so you can see here the margin and padding only applies to phone. If I had put desktop, then I'm going to edit the desktop padding. But this here, if I'm in the mobile view, I'm only editing the padding, that is the spacing in the mobile view. Can you see that? If you didn't know it was there, you wouldn't have known it was there. So again, because this is the mobile view only, and I'm only editing the padding in mobile view, I can also just see in the main section here, and we actually have a padding of 80px. I might, in this mobile section, actually make that even smaller, just so that we're not wasting prime real estate. The other thing that we're checking with mobile responsiveness is our font size. As we can see here, this font's quite large on this mobile view, and it's taking up quite a lot of space. So I can go in, click on the text area here, and you can see here font size. Again, I only want to edit the font and make the font smaller on the mobile view, right? I don't want to edit the desktop view because I'm already happy with the desktop. But if I now select it onto mobile view, I can now actually change the size of the text for mobile so that it's a little bit smaller. So you can see here how that makes a real difference on that mobile view. And the other thing we can do here is I might want to move the spacing around in terms of the text on just the mobile view as well. So you can see here, if I'm in the text editing area on this section of text here that I've got highlighted, again, I might want to make some padding over on the right-hand side here so that the text isn't going over all this messy hairline of this lady. So as an example, again, make sure that you're selected only on padding for mobile so that it doesn't change our visual settings on our desktop view. But I can go into this outer padding area here and add a bit of padding. And you see now it moves it away from her hair. If I was to make that 30, again, it moves it away from her hair a little bit, and it just makes it a little bit better for that mobile viewing. Again, lots and lots of space down here showing in the mobile view that I don't necessarily want in the visual of the desktop. So I'm going to click on it, go to advanced, and just turn that section off for mobile. And again, in the section, the big green section here, you can see in the mobile view, there's a padding of 160 there, which is what's creating this massive gap. So again, I might just have a little play around here with the spacing, might go 60, might go 80. There we go. So it just makes the mobile view a little bit tighter, a little bit neater. And because I'm only sitting on the mobile view there, it just makes it only change my desktop, my mobile view, not my desktop view. See, my desktop hasn't changed at all, but my mobile view has. So what you're going to do is now carry on through and see, have you got all of your sections marked on for mobile? So I'm going to carry on going through my desktop version, which is the version that is correct. I always build mine in desktop first. So I'm going to go through, click on every single desktop section, click on advanced, and make sure it's on for mobile. Next section, green area, press advanced, make sure it's on for mobile. Otherwise, it's not going to show. Green section, advanced, on for mobile. So I'm just going to go through here now, advanced, on for mobile, and advanced, on for mobile. So now we know that all of our sections on the desktop view are now turned on for mobile. So we're going to switch to our mobile view. And remember, there may be sections showing in here that are not on the desktop that we need to turn off on mobile, okay? So I'm going to scroll through here, and actually that's not a section that we had. It's not need a bit more help, is it? No, it should say Tekmatix provides in-house services. And where's that? There it is. So this whole green section here is not required. Excuse the background noise. I've got gardeners here, always when we're doing videos. See, it's not turned on desktop. We want it off on mobile as well. Big spacing showing up here. So again, I'm going to fix my spacing. There's a bit of a big fat line there that I don't really want. I'm going to click on that section, scroll down. We've got our spacing here. Make sure we're on mobile only. Maybe make that about 10. We've got about 60 in this one. I'm going to make that about 20, see what it looks like. That's a bit better. Maybe go up to 30. Sorry about the very loud lawn mowing noise right outside my window. So I'm going to carry on going through. We've got in the advanced section here, advanced, it's on both desktop and mobile. Great, so that's meant to be there. Next section, advanced. So this section here is not turned on desktop, which means I'm going to turn it off on mobile as well. This one here is not on desktop, so I'm turning it off on mobile as well. This section here is on desktop, so I do want it on mobile as well. What else? We've got on for both. Excellent. Let's go to our next section. Oh, we've got some gaps here. So on mobile, I'm going to click on this section. I'm not going to just outright delete it. I'm just going to remove that section from mobile view. And again, advanced, remove that section from mobile view. Then we've got the next screen section. Click on advanced. That is not on desktop, so I'm turning it off on mobile. Next section, advanced. It's on for both. Excellent. And then finally, our final section, it's on for both. Excellent. So basically what I was doing there is I make sure that all of my desktop elements are sections are turned on for mobile. Then we go to mobile and we just make sure that everything that's on desktop is on phone. Anything that's off on desktop is off on the phone, and then fixing our spacing. So that is how you do mobile formatting for any website or web page on the Tekmatix platform. And remember, if you need any help, first of all, on the bottom right-hand corner here, when you click on the live chat box, you can get help 24 hours a day through our live chat and talk to a human being at any time in that live chat to get help and support. Alternatively, you can go to the Tekmatix website, tekmatix.com, click on the services page right here, and you can book a 1-hour call with one of our tech experts to get them to take over your screen with you for 60 minutes and help you get everything looking perfect. There you go. If you need any more help, let us know in the Facebook group. I hope that you find that helpful. Go check all your pages. Go check all your funnel pages right now. Make sure they are working on mobile. It is critical in today's world. Happy teching.